We're very excited about bringing something new, something fresh, something that's not seen or has been seen in this market, particularly in Australia.
McGregor is one of the most established and dominant large format retailer precincts in Brisbane. So it's been established for 30 years in terms of its trade, which brings about a really good opportunity for something like what we're doing here at McGregor Homemaker Centre, which is creating a curated premium homemaker centre.
It's about 23,000 square metres in size over 2 levels, about 520 car spaces underneath. We intend to open a Harvey Norman store in there of about 10,000 square metres in size, which is quite large for our operation. And we're also opening the 30th Domain store, which will have a store size of about 4,000 square metres.
It's a premium centre anchored by 2 of Australia's leading retailers. A limited amount of GFA to lease as well in circa 7,000 square metres in addition to Harvey's and Domain. It basically gives the retailers clean, premium showroom space, ease of loading, ease of access, fantastic car parking in the basement, and it gives the retailers the look and feel that they desire.
It's become apparent and very obvious that Harvey Norman are wanting to attract tenants to offer them something they haven't really been able to facilitate before in other developments. Now, be that through sustainability, be that through quality of design aesthetic, be that through amenity. I think this centre really excitingly combines all of those things that'll provide something for the tenants to be able to really leverage off and, you know, and have really exciting offerings themselves that'll complement what Harvey Norman and Domain are doing.
My brief from Katie Page was to make sure that we have something that's a real striking building from the minute you approach it. We have what I call a beacon of light. It's an amazing glass facade on the corner. It's actually a double glazed unit, the glazing, with a copper mesh within the glass. And then we've been using special lighting techniques to see how we can light it up to the best advantage at night time. So it really is this beacon of light. I don't think you'll see anything like it. We haven't seen it here in Australia.
We sat down with our architectural and design team and centre management teams from around the country and started by brainstorming and just getting everything out on the page and then working out what was most important. And interestingly, a lot of what was on that list ended up being around technology, and so that's been a very strong flavour in the delivery of the project. The building will have technology that will give us a lot of understanding of our customer base, and it will enable the Homemaker Centre to develop a relationship with their customer base. There's the opportunity to, right off the back of the data analytics within the store and within the mall of the centre, to understand the customer and their behaviour and their demographics and their information. It'll give you the benefit of heat mapping of customers and their movements and their interests. The other thing it'll be helpful with is internet shopping with click and collect, and customers coming to the centre will be able to service them very efficiently.
What we'll see at McGregor is technology just working in harmony. So we're not going to have a ceiling littered with all this different technology that's overlapping because we haven't spoken with each other. You know, the lighting sensors that we're using for motion detection in the tenancies, they'll also be used to kind of build up a heat map of where people are actually walking.
One of the things that we've incorporated is what's called human-centric lighting in the public spaces that will make people far more comfortable about the shopping experience and linger longer.
Human-centric lighting and human-centered design, that's all built into the project. So it starts at the car park, usually it's the arrival, through the lobby and the mall areas. That's where we're using human-centric lighting. Just like daylight changes throughout the day to night, you know, throughout the seasons, we're emulating that with the lighting in the store. Some
of the feedback that we got around shopping centres of this scale and size from our centre managers who are used to operating these centres is that they say that some of the older centres, you do get false alarms. And so what we've done is we've brought in technology called FireM that gives the centre manager visibility on the fire panel and what's happening in the building on their mobile phone, on their laptop, wherever they are, and the ability to interact with that to minimise the unnecessary evacuations and disruptions of the retail experience due to fire. Harvey Norman and Domain are both taking a lead in using technology to improve the customer experience in this project, and that the whole centre is going to benefit from that.
You know, if I step back and think about McGregor as a development, not just as a build. I think one of the things that's really important as we move forward over the next few years, particularly given interest rates and constraints and cost of living and all these things that are impacting on project feasibilities and things proceeding or not, is that the one thing I think that's really important to note is that Harvey Norman still move forward with the development in challenging times.
I'd like to thank Ben Norman, who has supported us in the project management and delivery of the business, to Brad from ADCO. That relationship has been very strong, and it's been a challenging period over the last 2, 3, 4 years in the construction business. And we've both worked together as a partnership to see this through. With Leffler Symes, 30-year relationship, we're really grateful for them to be able to put our vision on paper and then be part of that journey too through to completion. And then of course Damien Crescetti with Transact Capital in supporting us and leasing out the showrooms that we've got available. And we wouldn't have had these relationships if it weren't for the Large Format Retailers Association. And there's a huge pool and variety of various contractors, disciplines, experts in the large format space that we can go to from one project to another. And that's what I think sets the LFRA apart.
Testament to the broader team through that collaboration. The site and the project is in a very good position now. It's just over 50% complete. Things are progressing really well.
We all have a similar objective. We're in this business for the longer term, and we're about doing the right thing in the community that we operate in as well. But not only that, I think through our many decades of relationship with a variety of service providers, we have developed a strong bond, a level of trust, and a good working relationship for a common goal.